My friends, I am glad to see that you guys have joined me again, and today I am going back to Banquet. You know, these guys, at least in my opinion, are the original TV dinner people. And so I didn't realize, though maybe I should have, that a few years ago they came out with the megameats, probably in a response to Hungry Man. I should probably look that up as to when this came out. But I've decided to try out their megameats and try their original classic boneless strips. And this is breaded white meat chicken patty strips with spicy.
All right, give it one more try.
I'm spicy!
No, you're not. Still horrible.
I like spicy food. Macaroni and cheese. So it says it's got 34 grams of protein. And then, 650 calories. So, look there. 650 calories. Good amount of fat. So much salt, but protein, okay. And then not a lot of nutrients. Let's open this. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we get. I'm expecting just chicken strips and the macaroni and cheese. Some of these, though admittedly not Banquet, have them together, and other meals have them separated. And this one, we can see, has it separated. Nice layer of ice. Oh, man. Okay, not thrilled by that. But then look at this. Ooh, the chicken strips. They did provide a lot of chicken strips before even opening this up. I can count, what, 3, 6, 7 strips? Now, the instructions, if I get that in the camera for you, say keep frozen. Okay, we don't care about any of that. But remove film from meal. Okay, so remove film from meal, remove chicken strips, microwave on high for 1 minute. Okay. So let's remove this film. Now it says remove the chicken strips. I'm not the biggest fan of big complicated TV dinners. I like TV dinners where I can just microwave and go, but you know, this might be worth it. Alright, so let's microwave this and see what we get. Alright, we are back. And I've microwaved this for a minute, so it's still pretty frozen. Maybe we just started a little defrost here. But the instructions told us not to really, didn't tell us to stir anything. All it tells us is to take these chicken strips and put it back in here. And then it tells us, let's see if we can get the lights out of the way there. Replace chicken strips, microwave for 2 minutes. So we are going to microwave this for 2 minutes. And let's go to there. All right, I have microwaved it for the 2 minutes. And then the instructions are telling us to stir this macaroni and cheese. Still definitely icy, but not as frozen as it was after that first minute. So stir the macaroni and cheese. Then it says rearrange, and then it tells me to rearrange these chicken strips. So let's, and as I was afraid, they are starting to microwave together. That's the problem with this breading. So I am going to try something. Maybe this probably won't work. Something like this. Oh man, that one right there is still frozen. Maybe get that one toward the edge. All right. Yeah, that's probably just going to make it worse. But I'm going to try it anyway. And now, hopefully this is the final thing. And it tells us to microwave an additional 2.5 to 3 minutes. So this is what we're getting. And right now, I can smell the chicken a little bit, and it smells fine. There's no special seasoning or anything it looks like on this, though the box didn't say so. And the macaroni and cheese, it says it's spicy, though this is looking like just regular old macaroni and cheese, but we will see during the taste test after I microwave this for the next 2.5 to 3.5 minutes. Ooh. Ooh. Little hotter. Okay, a little hotter than I expected. You would think I would learn by now. So this now tells us, the instructions tells me that I need to let it sit for 2 minutes, so I'm going to let it sit for 2 minutes. So this has been sitting here for a couple of minutes. Let's go ahead and shift this off to the side. We care about the food. Give this a good Good stir. And before I start, just double check this. I paid $3.48 at Walmart for this. So for $3.48, you do get quite a bit of meat here. As you can see, I was correct, there's 7 chicken strips. And this thing in macaroni and cheese is actually a little deceptive. It's actually pretty, I don't know if I can get that, but it's actually pretty deep. This is not your typical Banquet dinner meal where, you know, it's only like yay big. This is actually about that deep. So, I mean, this is a decent amount of macaroni and cheese. Since I've stirred this, let's start with the macaroni and cheese. Now, this is supposedly spicy macaroni and cheese, so that's a good big old bite there. And you can see the cheese covers the noodles, for the most part, pretty well. Okay, first bite. Not really getting that heat. I'm not sure what they mean by spicy. I'm not seeing any spice on this. Okay, now that I've had the second bite, and that's been going on for a little bit, there is a little bit of heat in this macaroni and cheese. This is not the bam, hit you right when you're eating it kind of spice. This is the spice that's building up oh so slowly in the back of your throat as you eat it. But I must confess, when they said spicy macaroni and cheese, I wasn't expecting some pathetic little, oh, you might feel it in the back of your throat after you eat good, you know, several bites of this. And even now, even though I was saying it was building up in the back of your throat, I'm barely detecting any heat whatsoever. This is not spicy. This is, you know what, we threw in a couple seasoning that had the unintended side effect of having like spice at the back of your throat after you're done eating it, kind of a thing. That is, the macaroni and cheese itself tastes pretty good. In fact, there's a nice cheddar taste, and as you can see, I still think it's covered pretty nicely. So this is a decent macaroni and cheese. I don't feel ripped off or anything. I'm just disappointed that they called it spicy, and this is not spicy. See, still not getting any spice after I even took that bite. And now, slowly, yeah, I'm getting just a slight sensation of that heat. Not horrible. I'm just disappointed that they set me up for like, ooh, spicy, and then nothing. So let's move on over to our chicken nuggets. And as you can see, unfortunately, though they separate easy enough, well, spoke too soon, that when you microwave stuff with breading, a lot of the time, as you can see, it kind of cooks into each other. So I get my knife here and cut it all out. Grabbed a clean fork here. And I'm not really smelling anything. Let's cut one of these chicken strips open. And they're a little thin, you know, compared to like the Hungry Man. These are awfully thin. But, you know, some of them get thick every once in a while here in a piece here, something like that, right? Nice and greasy there. And, okay. And can I smell anything? No, but you'll notice, yeah, there's moisture here, water buildup. So maybe when you're eating it, you want to turn it over. It's kind of getting soggy on one side. It's getting a little, this side is getting kind of a little too dry. And these other sides, oh, okay, that's kind of slimy there. So let's go ahead and try this though. Okay, considering one side was a little too dry and the other side was kind of slimy, in the mouth though, it actually surprisingly works. I guess that's the unintended side effects or law of averages or something. I don't know, I'm just throwing out stuff here now. But I'm actually a little surprised that I didn't get this weird half dry, half soggy mess that I was expecting. And the chicken is actually seasoned. I would argue this is seasoned much better than the macaroni and cheese. And so this is a nice seasoning. You can definitely tell a little salt and pepper. This breading tastes pretty nice. And the chicken is nice and moist. Now there isn't a lot of super flavor, but if you are just looking for regular tasting chicken, I would go with this. Again, especially considering this breading, again, especially for Banquet, is actually seasoned better than I would have expected. So I spent $3.48 on this meal from Walmart, and that puts it at least for Banquet, a little on the higher end. Not the higher end though for some of the other meals, particularly, you know, the name brands. Hungry Man though, that's on the high price for even something like Hungry Man. But it's on the low end for like those what are the Healthy Choice or something along those lines. But this is obviously not a Healthy Choice meal. I enjoyed this enough that I would get it. Not often. I do confess, I actually really like the taste of these chicken strips, surprisingly. And so I wouldn't say I'm never going to get this again, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get this. However, it was good enough that there were some other flavors that like Nashville Hot and stuff like that from Banquet that I saw at the store. These are good enough that I want to go try those. Maybe they have some more flavor. And at 348, I do think they gave me enough food. I wouldn't call it a great value for your money, but they did throw in, I would argue, plenty of chicken, so I don't feel ripped off at the 348 price. So, and you can tell I'm on the fence about this one more than other ones, but at the end of the day, I'm going to give this a thumbs up, all right? I'm going to give this my recommendation. But just be prepared, macaroni and cheese is not spicy, despite what it says. Well, let me know what you think about this meal down below in the comments, and also include in the comments anything that you think I should review. Remember, I review TV dinners and fast food, so if I can find it or microwave it at my office, I will review it. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one.